This is gonna be cool.
Hey guys, it's me, Josh, also known as Frogman Forever. And for the next 2 months, I have to be known as J-Dog into his A. Anyway, today I'm gonna continue playing more Beavis and Butthead. Yesterday I started off the game, and I came to realize I'm just not as good at this game as I remember when I was younger. So I'm gonna be playing on the easiest mode, Wimp. And I'm also going to just use passwords to actually, I'm going to be resetting the game between levels just to play through each level, and then I'll use a password for the final level, just because this game is not as forgiving as I remember. If you use a password system, it will actually carry over. Sorry, my phone went off. If you use a password system, it'll actually carry over your same amount of lives and health from when you last played, so it basically is requiring you to play the whole game through in one continue, which I used to be able to do, but not anymore. I'm just not that good anymore. So, but however, I would still like to play through the all the levels. So I'm gonna go ahead and well, I don't need to enter a password to start off. My bad. We're just gonna jump right in. Oh, I do need to, however, whoops, my bad, false start. I do need to, however, go back and switch to Wimp mode, because I think it defaults to the normal mode, which is what I started off playing yesterday. I was actually able to beat the first level on normal mode, but then I didn't really have any lives left to spare for Wimp, or for the next level. So yeah, let's go back and just. Oh no, it is default to Wimp. Okay, whatever. All right, well, let's jump right in. So yeah, as we discussed yesterday, the basic plot of the game. I know that I'm covering some of the dialogue. Sorry about that. It's really not that important. But essentially, yeah, there's a gore concert, and they really want to go. So they figure, okay, well, if we do a lot of crazy stuff in Highlands, and get into all kinds of trouble, we'll be cool, and they'll just let us in. So that's essentially what's going on. This game is very different from the Sega Genesis version in terms of like what the game looks like, and also there might be a Game Boy version or something like that, based on what I was reading on Wikipedia. But anyway, this is the version I play. So I'm gonna start off with Highland High School. I actually played this level like twice. I played it yesterday on Cool, I think was the medium mode, and then I played it again on Wimp just to kind of compare the difference. It's way easier to play the game on Wimp. But again, it's still challenging because you got to do it all in one continue. So I'm just going to start off with Highland High School. I'm just going to play in an order, and I'll just be resetting between levels. I mean, if I can beat more than one level in a single continue, then I'll go for it. But if I'm not confident, I'm just going to move on, because I would like to at least show the full game, even if I can't do it all in one continue. I think having practiced yesterday is good, because I kind of refamiliarized myself a little bit with the controls, and I already kind of have a better sense of how I need to react. Because what I was talking about yesterday was just the fact that, you know, let me see if an enemy comes out. Nope. Okay. Just how like generally you're positioned in the center of the screen, and that doesn't give you as much time to react if you were positioned to like where Butthead's standing right now, because then you get a lot more reaction time if an enemy's coming. But in a way, I guess it kind of works, because sometimes enemies can come from behind you, so being in the middle of the screen is going to benefit you either way. It's just that most enemies come from the front. This, by the way, is a vending machine, so we'll go ahead and use our quarter to try to grab a snack, but we actually missed it. Well, I missed it, which is unfortunate. that, you know, just having the money alone is not going to be enough to secure you that extra health. You have to actually catch it too, so. And I like to double check, even if it doesn't work the first time with each character, because sometimes each character can collect a quarter, but they won't necessarily do it the first time. Sorry, I hit Butthead. Yeah, they won't necessarily do it the first time. So, no, I switched. Whatever. I don't know if that sounded clear. Essentially what I'm saying is that, like, you can try with Beavis to see if there's a quarter in the machine. And then he might not find anything, but if you try again, he might. So you want to double check with both characters too, because some things also Butthead can find, and some things only Beavis can find. So you have to alternate between them and try multiple times. There's really no point in wasting a bullet on someone who I just passed, but yeah, whatever. I got plenty of ammo, so. So I actually caught that pizza. It didn't show because I was behind the pole here, but yeah, you have to actually catch it with your mouth. Nice, got plenty of money. But you want to double check a couple times, at least twice. I'll show you a prime example of that later. I'm sure we'll get an opportunity. This right here is an extra life, so we're going to want to grab that. We're going to need them. Especially if you're really committing to completing the game all in one continue, then you have to. I was having some trouble with the chat yesterday, but I think I resolved the issue. So there you go. And you actually only are allowed 3 per vending machine. So, and you can only do it as one of the characters. You can't alternate character and then try it again. But yeah, you definitely always want to restock on health if you can. You can actually hit the apples back at that guy. Whoops. But if I miss the timing, I just duck and wait it out. I'm going to switch to Beavis so he can pick up a weapon just in case I need him to have one. Elvis was here. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. Okay, there's a guy coming right down here. See, there's little things that you pick up on the more you play the game. Like yesterday, I forgot about all that there's a guy there. Whoops, my bad. I should have just waited that out. But I think I'm doing a little bit better on anticipating enemies. I think if I really wanted to, I could commit to playing this in one continue, like I used to be able to do when I was younger. But I also don't want to spend too much time on this game, because there's plenty of other games that I'd like to play. But I may revisit this one day and try to do it all in one swing. You can kind of just anticipate when an enemy's going to show up the more you play the game. Okay, so this is the part with the principal chasing you. And we have Mr. Van Driesen, that's their teacher. He'll actually stop and talk for a little while. It doesn't really serve any other purpose than to just buy you a little more time, but... So now I'm at full health, so there's no need to buy more health items. Oh, but I got an enemy coming from both directions. Oh, snap. This guy's right on me. By the way, that noise in the background is is a pressure cooker going off, so making some chicken and rice. Whoa. This guy's right on me. In a way, it's a good thing that Todd showed up, because... Oh. There we go. It's like I could attack him sooner, but at the same time, if I react if I get too close to him, it's harder to take him down. So it's easier to get caught. So that's why I just kind of keep going. Hopefully another enemy kind of interrupts the flow. So obviously I'm struggling a little bit more on this section, or the previous section where the principal's chasing you, but I don't remember his name. Sorry. But this section I like. I actually really do like these sections. They used to be really difficult for me, but I kind of got it down a little bit better than I would otherwise. Sorry, I was just checking my phone. Ooh, I got hit there. I think I could make it through this section without dying. I think the worst part about these sections are just the skateboarders, to be honest. Because you mistime it, then it's like really hard to like redeem yourself and get the guy back. There you go. But I mean, everything else I can handle. The basketballs I can actually handle. The bullies I can handle. It's the skateboarders that always give me trouble. So like, I feel like I can never dodge them. They're just really fast. Unless like, I kind of have to like move forward. Oh, I can block. I forgot I can do that. But I don't really block. I don't think that really works for the skateboarders. Plus, like, you have to like advance and then back up to buy yourself a little bit more time for the skateboarder. So it's all about just the practice and the rhythm of it all. No more skateboarders. Oh, it's the skateboarders, man. They're the worst. Alright, I should be able to get through the next screen. Now that I have a full bar of health, it should be a lot easier this time around. The one level I'm actually worried about, believe it or not, is not the Turbo Mall, which is supposed to be the hardest of the four first levels. I'm actually more worried about the hospital, which I used to really like, but the reason why I'm kind of a little more worried about the hospital is because playing the portion where Todd's chasing you with like a wrench on a wheelchair, that section is a little harder than I remember. He's very quick, and there's like buckets everywhere, and you don't know what's coming up next. You don't know when to jump. It's just a mess. So that's probably the hardest section of the level. But I might be able to get through it if I have a full set of lives, which is what I'm gonna do between levels. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I'll probably just reset the game between each level just so I can stock up and have a full count of lives. I would really like to complete all 5 levels today. So my original thinking was I can play just the 3 levels that I didn't play yesterday, but then I'm thinking, well, it'd be good for me to practice because that hospital level is a little tricky. So I think like just playing these first 2 levels again would help warm me up, so I'll be more prepared for the later levels. I think we're almost done with this section here, actually. Yeah, here we go. I think we're heading to the locker room now. I can't believe I didn't get hit there, to be honest. Oh, come on. So in this section, you have to be careful because the like PE coach or whatever, he's gonna show up like that, and if he grabs you, he'll actually take off a big chunk of your life, so you really have to be careful with him. Basically, just always anticipate that he's gonna show up. And then I think every time you enter a room, it's like a little checkpoint, because if you die, you end up starting off at the beginning of that level. The coach is gonna come out. I think he's gonna come out again, but he's gonna come out from the left. I could be wrong though. Yep. Grab some health, move on in. That room can actually be risky because you can potentially get hit by the coach twice, but at the same time, if you can survive those 2 attacks, and I think the coach is coming out right here. Yep. If you can survive those 2 attacks, then you can grab some pizza at the end. That gives you a little more health. And I'm going to switch to Beavis. So, by the way, I didn't mention it, not this stream anyway, but yeah, you can press the select button to switch between Beavis and Butthead, and you can tell which one I'm in control of because it's whoever's in front. So, like if I press L, or the select button here, now Butthead's in front. And then Beavis in front, Butthead, Beavis, Butthead. So whoever's in front is the one I'm controlling. That's basically your only other way of knowing, which sucks because sometimes they're not directly next to each other, so you won't really have a way of knowing. But anyway, oh, gotta flick him this way. Hold on. Butthead, turn around. Okay. I think I'm controlling Beavis. Sometimes I forget who I'm controlling. That is also a little, like, a bit of a flaw, because the game doesn't really have any kind of indicator to tell you which player you're controlling. This part's a little tricky if you want to try to get health. So as soon as I hit him, I have to... Oop, but you also can't mess up. You have to kind of like hit him, grab, hit him, and grab. And it's really easy to mess that up if you're talking, like me. Yeah, I did it there. Yeah, that's like really challenging kind of health to grab. Coach almost got me again. Oh, snap. Man, I love Beavis and Butthead. I love the TV show. I love the movie. It's just all great, good fun. Oh, snap. I switched to Butthead on accident. Mike Judge is freaking brilliant. I'm a huge Mike Judge fan. Love his movies, Office Space, Idiocracy, and then of course he did Beavis and Butthead. He did King of the Hill. Probably did a couple other things that I haven't really explored or seen yet. This is actually the final little section of the game. Again, I'm still struggling with those skateboarders, but I should be able to beat this without losing a life again. I'm not trying to be all like cocky here, but I mean I think I'm pretty decent at these little basketball sections. Again, it's just the skateboarders that give me a lot of trouble. So this is the boss right here. And you actually get plenty of opportunities to hit him, and you kind of like, the trick is like as you hit him, you have to kind of back off very slightly. So you have to hit him and then back off, like right away, like almost like at the same time. But then also you get opportunities to hit him additional times via the basketballs, and it's not that hard to dodge them. They're pretty spaced out, so it's kind of generous. I'm a little more worried about the second boss. I think he's probably the hardest. Mr. Anderson for Streets of Highland. So that one wasn't too bad. Then you can actually use the D-pad to manipulate Butthead's emotions. I'm gonna just give him that for now, and then Beavis, I want him to kind of give like a little smile. Like, oh, no. Let's give him a, oh. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. It kind of times out on you, so you only have a certain amount of time to get a picture. All right, so I think, how am I doing on lives? Let me do some couch fishing, because I think if you don't do the couch fishing, you miss out on your opportunity. This is a little bonus section. It gives you an opportunity to grab more health. You only have a certain time frame to do it, and there's obstacles that are going to try to get in your way as far as collecting more health. So I usually just try to stay towards the top. That wasn't what I was doing yesterday, though. I was actually not sticking to that strategy. But yeah, if you can grab enough food, you'll replenish your health meter. Alright, cool. So that's fine. I replenished my health meter, so there was really no need. And time was almost up anyway. So I'm actually doing really good on lives. So there's no need for me to have to reset the game. I'm going to just try to play through as is. But if I really start losing a bunch of lives, then I'm going to focus on the hospital. I really love the music in this game, by the way. Haven't said that yet. It's awesome. I really like that the game has the original Beavis and Butthead theme at the beginning. Old ladies pushing their shopping carts, and then they're like genuinely appalled when you like hit it away from them. Like, I was just trying to kill you with a shopping cart. Don't have to be a jerk about it. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, just how like the beginning has the opening theme, and then the rest of the music, like in all the levels, like it really just fits with the whole Beavis and Butthead like MTV like rock theme, which is really awesome. I mean, it definitely like feels like a Beavis and Butthead game. I think this game is really highly underappreciated, and I think maybe the Sega Genesis version gives this whole like series a bad rep. I think this is a pretty decent game. I mean, I wasn't really saying that yesterday, but you know, it really isn't too bad. I mean, once you practice it and you get used to it and you kind of get used to the gimmicks and the reaction times and everything, it's not so bad. It's a decent game. I think even like on Wikipedia, it said that, you know, they say that like I guess like the general reviews is that it doesn't suck, but it's not like anything awesome either. And I would agree with that. I mean, it's a like I think the Super Nintendo version is the best version. But then again, I haven't played any of the other versions. But, you know, even then, I mean, it's just like a straightforward Beavis and Butthead game. And it's like, what do you expect? I think for what it is and for the expectations set for it, it's pretty good. But, it's just okay. I'll probably, like, at the end of the stream, I'll give it, like, my own personal rating based on my own, just my own personal criteria. But I have to play through it first, at least to give some kind of educated opinion on it. The audio clues will tell you when an enemy is going to come out, but you don't necessarily know which direction it's going to come out from. There's definitely some animal abuse in this level. Yeah, my sister commented yesterday that that PETA would probably not appreciate this game. I'm actually playing as Beavis right now, so as long like if Butthead falls down, it's not gonna really matter. It's not gonna affect my health or anything. It just matters if Beavis falls. Now, when you play this game on 2-player, which is fun by the way, but it's a lot harder because you don't get 2 separate health meters. You only get 1 health meter, and both characters share it. So like if you're playing with another human player, and that person isn't as good as you, then they're going to be slowing you down. They're going to be really chopping your health away. I know that from personal experience. I used to play this game with my brother. He would always be Beavis, and I would always be Butthead. And I was the weaker player, obviously, between the two of us. So I was super responsible for a lot of our death. The jumping is a little awkward on this section as well, and yeah, you have to like basically stand on the edge on some of these jumps just to make it to the next platform. It is kind of picky, but it's not too bad. It's okay. I shouldn't say it's picky. It generally works well. But yeah, you do have to be really careful on those jumps. Like, in other words, don't hold back on any jump. Like, make every jump as though you're not gonna make it. And that time, sometimes it just doesn't register the jump. So you have to be right on that, too. We made it through that section, so that's good. I actually really don't like those little kids on the bikes. They're really hard to dodge. Probably die here soon. It's like there's not really a point in me continuing this screen. I should just die on purpose so I get a full health bar. But it's good to get the practice in. Kind of know what's coming up. Plus, there is still a chance I can actually make it through the section because there's a couple health items here. But yeah, not if I'm gonna miss these little kids on their bikes. Do those bikes even still exist? Like, do they still make those kinds of bikes? There is gonna be another piece of health around here, but oh, I don't know if I'll make that jump. Oh, I did. Oh snap! The alligator got me. I was close to that health too. I was like waiting for that health. I made it pretty far in that screen without dying, but I gotta make it a little bit further. The manhole cover obstacle isn't that bad. There's an enemy here. I knew he was coming. I almost didn't get him either. Yeah, the manhole enemy isn't really tough, but if you let it pop out all the way, it's gonna be tougher to dodge. So you just have to hit it right away. I really do like the music in this level. It's great. It really gets you pumped. It's great. Super catchy. Which is one of my criteria. I like playing games that have good music, and this would definitely get 1 point for me on that. 1 out of 1 point for music, of course. Oh, snap. That's actually the alligator that killed me on the last round. Alright, cool. Look, I was actually really close to finishing that screen. Alright, so this section isn't too bad because at least you have a weapon. Which you didn't have the first clothesline section. The one part I don't like about this section are the birds, because like you're constantly going up and down and you can't really control how you go up and go down. And so you also can't really anticipate the birds, because that really just depends on your positioning and it depends on your timing. So you can potentially just like get hit by birds, like, and you have nothing, there's nothing you can do about it. That was a nice little dodge. I almost didn't dodge that. I'm doing a lot better today than yesterday, that's for sure. But I think it's also just because I have a better grasp of what to expect. And that, like I said, that goes for any video game, and that's just general video game law. Like, the more you practice, the better you'll be. That's probably why I was better at this game when I was younger, just because I played it more often. So I got more practice in. I'm like really impressed with myself, with my younger self, like for getting through this game in one continue, because it is very hard to do that. But I think that's, like, thinking back on it, I recall this is actually the boss screen, so I'll probably die, because there's no way I'm going to beat this boss with just one hit left. But yeah, I'm really impressed with myself, like my younger self, because I was able to beat it on Wimp mode with one continue. And this isn't even the hardest level. I mean, at least I made it to the boss without dying. So, alright, I gotta beat this one in, what, 3 lives? I think 0 counts as a life, though, so I think I have 4. Yeah. I mean, ideally, I just want to get to the end with as much health as I can. I want to scratch my head for just a second. That is the pressure cooker beeping in the background. Whoop. Almost got hit there. I think this is actually kind of a safe zone one. If you can just make that dodge, but not me. This one right here. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. All right. Wait. So we got. They throw the weapon that would be more of use to them. That's kind of a hard boss to hit. This boss is very tricky. If you walk to the very right, you'll be fine. Oh, snap. So I kind of have an idea how I'm gonna beat him. I just gotta practice with my strategy a little bit here. Oh, snap. Pretty close though. I think I can beat him on this next go. I just have to dodge his first apple. Nice, got him. That was close. That was basically as close as I got yesterday when I played it.
Whoa.
Whoa. Alright, so let's see. Let's give Butthead like a yes! Now let's give him that one. And then, oh. Okay, whatever. I messed with his eyes, but that's okay. And then Beavis is like, oh. Ah. Oh. There you go. That'll work. I love these passwords, man. Look, they have like two different variations of yeah. Well, you don't see it here, but it's like they have a yeah that's like Y-E-A, and then they have two different versions of whoa. It's like, it looks like woo, but when Butthead pronounces it, he pronounces it like whoa. So anyway, it's really confusing. Alright, so couch fishing, we'll try to restock on some health. We definitely need to, because I lost like all my health in that boss fight. I might actually have a chance at playing through the third level if I can restock fully on health here. I like don't even want to risk like going low because it's just not worth it. Ah, the dog got me. Okay, well I filled up like half health. I might have an opportunity to stock up on some more health. If I get a game over here, I'm going to start the game all over and just start from Highland Hospital. Which is essentially where I left off yesterday before I was like, okay, I'm done. I played this long enough. What do you have to say about this, Butthead?
We're there, dude.
We're there, dude. Let's go. I love the music. It's all just like chill now. So I'm going to check out this vending machine. Let's see if I can show you the example of what I was talking about earlier. So Butthead tries to grab it. Nothing goes. Beavis tries. Nope, nothing. Okay, neither one of them. I thought that was at least 1 quarter in there. Okay, now this would be a great opportunity to show you this. So okay, so Beavis tries again, nothing. Butthead tries again, nothing. Okay, Butthead tries, gets a couple coins, tries again, nothing. Beavis tries, nothing. Check this out. Beavis tries, gets like a bunch of money. And I think he even gets more. Like a ton of money. That was my alarm going off. I gotta take out the trash. Butthead tries nothing. Butthead tries nothing. Beavis tries something. See, that's what I was talking about. Like, Butthead couldn't find anything, but Beavis could. So you have to really mess with it. So we got a vending machine opportunity, so I'll take it. Just great chance for health. As you should in the hospital, you should, you know, get health there. That would make sense. Okay, and you can only get 3 per vending machine, so we'll move on. We'll grab this one. And I could do one more. I have plenty of money. And we're at full health. So even though we didn't do well in the couch fishing, we still got health. And check this out. Well, not that. I'm not trying to show you that. By the way, me and my brother, because it's funny because when you play 2-player, you could like do the lick, and if you have them both licking, like if we switch to Butthead and he does the lick. Oh, that's what I was trying to show you. You change the music, but you could just like lick each other. You can have the tongues touch and everything. Yeah, it's really immature stuff that we would do when we were younger. All right, but yeah, that's what I was trying to show. You press up on there, and then then the music changes. Then we grab some weapon here. I'll just give them each a bottle just in case. And then of course we have to stop for the extra life. We might be in condition here to have a decent chance at this level, playing through it. It's just that one screen that I'm really worried about. That I might even get a little upset. So we'll see how things go. Okay, so yeah, that's the spray bottle. It's gonna help with a couple of these doctors or nurses. I'm not sure what exactly they are. Yeah, cause they all walk around with mallets to smack people with at the hospitals. I tell you, it's crazy, some of the enemies. Okay, well, I didn't really need to grab that pizza, but that was it there. Oh, gotcha. Buckets. Buckets are like the worst enemy in the game. You'll see why soon. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see what's in here. There's actually a room in the high school that I missed. I don't remember exactly where it is. This pizza. Got it, even though I didn't need it. I forgot that you can actually go through this stuff, and there's sometimes health in there. I didn't know if you saw that, but Beavis, look, he did it again. He like eats something. So I mean, you can sometimes find food in there. Just a little tip. There's a soda can up there. You might be wondering how you do that, but you just press the A button, and you just knock them up, and then you switch characters. So now I'm playing as Beavis. And then you just go down, and then you can grab it. I'll just grab it since I'm not gonna be coming back here. Just another little tip on how to grab that. A little bit of corruption going on in this hospital. We have doctors or nurses or whatever they are coming in. They might not even be doctors or nurses. They might just be like security, wearing those white lab uniforms. Or I don't know. But even then, mallets, guys, really? Alright, so this is the section that I am not looking forward to, that I might get kind of upset with, and might have to die or get a game over. You'll see why. Oh no, not this one, it's the next one. This one's not as bad. It's the next one I'm talking about, because in the next version, you have to actually deal with Todd, the bully. Because he's like chasing you the whole time, and he gets super close and he's super fast, but at the same time you're running and you're trying to like look ahead at the enemies that are coming. So you got like not only the doctors that are showing up, but also the pans and stuff. Meanwhile, you're also trying to collect ammo, because the ammo you go through pretty quickly. And you have to like fire every like so many seconds just to try to anticipate enemies that are coming, but at the same time you'll lose health. So far, I'm doing better than I did yesterday. It's kind of weird. It's like I needed that stream yesterday to like make all the mistakes so I can kind of calibrate my game style, like my gameplay. I think I just like forgot how difficult this game actually is. But having the opportunity to kind of like play it a second day in a row, like, you know, it's good. It's always a good idea, just in general, when you're trying to get better at a game, to like take a little break from it, because when you come back, then you find that you're playing a lot better than you did the first time. Like you have better instincts and a better sense of how to react to things. So this is a hard section to play when you're playing 2-player, because if any one of you falls down, then the level has to restart. But it's a lot easier when you're playing 1-player, because if the second if the AI falls and dies, the level doesn't end. But if one of you falls and dies, if you're playing with another human player, then you have to start all over. It sucks. So yeah, like the operating rooms. See, that section was super fast and not very difficult at all, because it was just me. This is the section the next section is the section I'm talking about, the one that's gonna give me a lot of frustration. But I think that's actually the last section before you fight the boss. So now these guys are wearing blue uniforms and they got plungers. I guess they're the custodians. I'm doing well on lives, but like, even if I wanted to try to play this as like one full continue, which I'm not necessarily going for, although, I mean, that was never what I was going for when I started the stream, but now it's like, hey, I might actually have a chance. But yeah, like, look at this guy. I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. But no, I think I'm just like, I'm doing okay. Like, I got a good amount of lives. There's actually a bucket behind here you can miss if you're not paying attention. Like behind the curtain, you can kind of see it. I'm gonna go in this room before I get attacked by that guy with the plunger. I was worried I almost walked right into the room that I wanted to avoid, but I don't think it's avoidable. This is just like an extra room, I think. Comes an enemy. You can almost anticipate when enemies are going to show up. I don't know what the purpose of that room was. It was just 2 enemies and like 2 buckets. Nothing to grab, unless maybe I just completely missed whatever secret was in there. I think we're almost at the end of this hallway. Okay, there might be some health in these cabinets. I want to check twice with each character, because maybe Butthead can find something that Beavis can't. Okay, maybe I'll just try once with each character. I don't want to waste time. Yep, nothing. Probably switch back to Beavis because he has a weapon. Okay, so this is the section I'm talking about. So this is where things are gonna get more complicated. This might be the section that's gonna require me to keep on resetting the game and go back to over and over. You'll see why in just a second here. So we got Todd following us. He gets really close. I'm gonna die here, that's for sure. There's no way I'm getting through the rest of this section without dying, so I might as well just fire away. I'm already out of ammo though. But at least I can get a little practice in before I go out. Yeah, he's really hard to avoid. Alright, so I got 4 lives to get through this section. Hopefully I don't screw this up. I might be kind of quiet here just because I really want to concentrate. If I can just dodge the employees and the buckets, I might be able to get through the section. I won't have to pause the game. I'm gonna scratch my eye. But I also need to like make sure I grab ammo whenever it's available. And I think also I have to like know I don't have any ammo right now. I think also I have to know like, hey, you know, can I afford to take a hit here or not? Like, do I have time to react to the buckets? Dude, go away. That sign told me that I'm almost done with the section. I started rushing it. That was not smart. I probably could have saved like a hit or 2 there. Got 1 hit left. Dang, I was like so close. Oh, dude, I was about to say nurse's locker there, so that would have been the last screen. Okay, I think I could do a little better here. Let's try. I just have to calibrate. Like, I just have to learn from my mistakes that last round and don't play worse than I did before. If I have to take a hit, that's fine, whatever. Like if I have to take hits from Todd, I just don't want to take hits from the buckets or the other employees. Like, dude, back off, dude. Leave me alone. Jeez. Dude, it's really hard. It's very hard. It's like that was harder the second time than the first time. Okay, I gotta be quiet. I'm not doing well, guys. I got really close though that first time. I might have to save state this if I can't do it on my next continue. Because I really don't want to be doing this all night. Dude, can you just back off, like, for a second? Jeez. I mean, it's, like, not fair. He covers, like, the whole screen. You got buckets right in front of you. Here. I'm sorry. It's that first bucket that bugs me. There's, like, no way to dodge it either. I'm, like, trying to figure out a way to dodge it. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Do I just have to, like, speed up even faster? Gain more speed? This is gonna be a game over. Because even if I do make it to the nurse's locker room, which I might, I won't have any health to fight the nurse. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. All right, I'm gonna try again. There's the game over screen, by the way. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna do this all in one continue. I used to be able to do that, but it's gonna take me a lot more practice. I'm gonna just jump right over to the hospital and just try with a fresh set of lives. I hate to have to use. Let me see. Can I even use save states in this? I don't like using save states. Like, I really don't. It's not my go-to. But if I have to, let me see. Nope, I can't even save states. Not in this game. Some games I can, but not in this one. So, yeah, I'm gonna just have to try it again. I'll try to. Let me see. That everything's still under Wimp mode. Okay, cool. Yeah, if I can get through this, then that's awesome. But otherwise, I might just move on. Maybe have to come back to it another time. But I'll give this one a fair full, life kind of thing. So yeah, this was the room where you can go in. There's really not much in here except health. But since I'm at full health, there's really no point. I will grab all the money though that's in here. There's plenty of money here. And then just remember to check with both of them, because sometimes Beavis can find something and Butthead won't find it. Don't disappear. Don't disappear. Grab it. Oh, I lost it. Okay, well, that was a waste. But this machine has a lot of money. Okay. I don't remember if there's vending machines later. I can't recall. But I might need them. I'm going to need that money later on for health. And then, yeah, if you hit the switch, then you can actually switch to, like, the good rock music and everything, so. I'm going to give both of them one of these just to have. Of course, we'll start off get an extra life, so. And 0 counts as a life, so that we actually have 7 lives and a full bar of health, so. If I can't make it through this level, man, then I just don't have it in me. Like, not right now. But I should be able to. Can only hope. Alright, so anyway, we're going to jump right through here to the main level. We're back at it. I don't really have an interest in going through more of these rooms. I just want to kind of get through the level. I did go through those rooms, you know, in the last continue, but if you just progress yourself through without going through doors, then you can just advance the level a little quicker. But yeah, I think the only real incentive to go into like all the rooms is that like if you're low on health and you need to collect, like, then, you know, you'll have opportunities to do so in those rooms. See, so we already like got to the second like screen just by skipping a couple of those rooms. So this is obviously the easier section between the two because you don't have Todd chasing you with a wrench. It's like way easier. Like you can actually breathe and rest and take your time and not freak out. I think one thing that I have to do next time I play the Todd level is just rush through it a little bit more, because I feel like I was able to gain a little more space from him. The problem is I can't see the buckets like before they show up, so I just have to kind of guess. Maybe there's some kind of trend to them, like maybe the positions of the buckets is a little different. Like I saw that last bucket was in front of a cabinet. I wonder, because the level repeats, so like this one was right also in front of a cabinet, and so is this one, but they're not all in front of cabinets, so it's like really hard to predict where they are. And if you like move real close to the front, like right here, you're not gonna be able to react to them as quickly. Like there's like milliseconds to react. But yeah, man, kudos and props to anyone who could play through this game all in one continue, let alone on a more difficult mode than the easiest mode, which I'm playing right now. It's a tough game. Oh, snap. Okay, so yeah, this is the jumping section. Not too bad. There are a couple really difficult jumps. This time I'm playing as Butthead. Last time I was playing as Beavis. Doesn't really matter. They control exactly the same way. But you know how some people are going to have their preference from Beavis and Butthead. I generally prefer playing as Beavis, but I don't care, whatever. I'm not going to switch at this point. This section is really short if you're playing one player, but if you play 2 player, it's a lot longer. Because both of you are falling, and if one of you falls, you start it all over. Oh, snap. We're going to jump the bucket here. I actually got hit there last time, I think. The same spot, same guy. Oh, missed the bucket. I missed the guy, but I still hit the bucket. Great song in this level, too. I think they actually do reuse the same songs, but that doesn't really bother me because they're good songs. It definitely feels like a Beavis and Butthead game. I could have probably gone in that room to check for health, but whatever. Yeah, that room might have actually had some health that would have been useful, but whatever. So this is the room where I got a game over last time, so this is the second to last room. After you complete this room, then you end up at the boss. So I'm gonna die here for sure. There's no way I'm gonna get through this with just a little small chunk of health, but I'm gonna try to rush it a little more and just kind of see. It's really hard to dodge these buckets. Like I'm hitting every single one. There's like very little reaction time and there's no way of knowing where it is. And then Todd always just gets like so ridiculously close to you. There's like no time to react. And it's not based on where Butthead is, it's based on where Beavis is. So it's like Beavis is in the front, so you have even less time to react. Okay, I gotta concentrate here. This is like make it or break it type moment here. I think if I just take a hit, I'm just gonna like try to advance a little bit further, like gain more space from Todd. Like that, you know, just try to gain a little more room to try to take a little less damage. I mean, if I already get hit, you have like temporary invincibility, so you might as well take advantage of that and just rush forward. No point in like, okay, so I gotta rush, you know. Kind of not following my own strategy, but also the temporary invincibility isn't that helpful because he does regain his like consciousness a little quicker. Oh, I made it. Okay, awesome. Wow, at first try. That was close. All right, well, at least I have... You basically need a full, like, sliver of life to get through this boss. I mean, so you have to have at least one full life. All right, I'm gonna die here, but I'm gonna just see if I can gauge her pattern a little bit. I'll probably die right away, though. It's the nurse from hell with a big butt. Yeah, it's gonna be a little challenging here. We got a little bit of combat here. We have to like attack and she does lunge at you. Get out of my hospital. Yeah, it's you have to like hit and back off. Get yourself some space. Here we go. If you can get a nice rhythm, you'll get a couple hits off in a row. Oh man, she's getting me good. I'm not getting any opportunity. There you go. Yeah. Alright, so Butthead's like, holy crap. There you go. I don't know. And Beavis is like that sucked. Hold on. Let's see if I can do that. That's fine, whatever. Okay, well at least I made it through the level. That was a level I was worried about. Alright, we got some couch fishing, so let's see if we can gain some health back. I don't mind dropping like right away, because there's not going to be an enemy right at the very beginning. So you have like one opportunity to try to grab something if you lower the hook, but otherwise I'm just going to stay up top. I think the dog's coming up soon. Just need one more, basically. Got it. I don't even care if the dog gets it. I already got full health. So that's good. Alright. Highland High School. Oh, that's right, because I started the game all over. So, yeah, I already beat those 2 levels. So I'm just going to do Turbo Mall. And then I'm going to cheat myself to get to the last level, the Gore Concert. Although, I don't know how that cheat works, because most cheats like will get you to a level, but only with the certain amount of health that you had when you got to that level. So I have no idea how the Gore cheat works. Like if it's a cheat specifically designed to give you full health and full lives, that's great. But if it's going to start me off with only a certain amount of health and a certain amount of lives, then that's like a flawed code. So we'll see. Back off, Granny. So I made the mistake of trying to play as Beavis because I thought there was going to be another like weapon coming up, but oh, health. I forgot that happens sometimes. So there's certain rooms that you can go into on your own, but this is a room that's required. It's actually notorious in my memory like not necessarily notorious worldwide or nationwide, but in my memory, this is notorious for being a very difficult section of the level, and it's very long too. You have to dodge a lot of like fish. Okay, I probably shouldn't have used the. That was, in retrospect, my that was a bad idea. These you can't open. They look like the cabinets, but you can't. Oh yeah, if you just like stare at each other, they'll like hit each other. Probably just stand a little bit closer. There you go. Yeah, they'll just kind of trade, smacks. Alright, so we got the piranha section of the level. This is the section I'm talking about. It's very tedious, so you have to take your time with it. I just try to dodge obstacles if I can. I'm an hour in and I'm on the 4th level here, so doing pretty good. But yeah, this section is very long and tedious. So we'll see if I can make it through in just this one continue. Chance for some health here. Well, you have to take a hit to grab health sometimes. At least if you duck, you can't get hit. That would suck. You just have to take your time with it and just be very careful. I think I'm like, I calibrated myself to play a little bit better than I was the first time. I can't believe I made it through that level with 5 lives still. The hospital. But now I have 6 lives. Granted, I'm about to lose a life, but made it through that section. That section's kind of hard, but we made it. We'll see if there's an enemy before I start grabbing stuff from the vending machine. At least we got plenty of money from the hospital, so that's good. And I don't think Butthead will be able to grab anything. That's fine. Got a little bit of health back, so that's good. And then I think we're also going to have an opportunity to go to the arcade in the mall. Unless I already missed it, but I don't think it's right at the very beginning. If I did miss it, it was at the very beginning and I just missed it. Let's see. Any money in here? Nope. Nothing? Okay. Got me good. Hold on, I'm just gonna check this real quick. Okay, 3 hits will do it. And then you can just beat the crap out of him until he dies. There you go. I was starting to think maybe you can't kill him, but no, you can. Oh, the whip chick. I forgot about this chick. I keep forgetting to go for the places. Like, you can't go into the music store. I might have missed the arcade. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I grabbed everything with Beavis. Let's see if Butthead can grab anything. Yes, he can. See? Gotta check with both characters. Some characters can find things and some can't. Elevator music. And you actually can't walk left. It won't let you anymore, so we're forced to go right. T-shirts. I don't know how he got hit the first time and I didn't, or I got hit the second time. There you go. Just have to stand a little further back. Okay, we got him. This is like the other bully because we have to deal with Todd. We deal with both of them in Highland High School. You deal with Todd in the hospital, and then you deal with this guy in the mall. And I can't remember the name of this guy. I don't think I've ever really known his name. I don't like he's in like episodes, but I don't know if he's like important enough to have a name. And I'm on the brink of death here with one hit. Almost got hit there. Ooh. And there's the health. There's the health right after death. That's okay. Still doing well. We got 5 lives remaining. Should be able to get through this boss. The boss in this one is the hardest one of all 4, I think. Because his pattern is pretty aggressive. But I have to. It's been a while, so I don't know. Maybe he's not so bad. I don't know. I feel like Mr. Anderson was harder than I remember. But maybe this guy might be easier than I remember. I don't like dealing with this guy. These are kind of hard to time. Let me see if I could flick one of them at the other. That actually worked out a little better. I'm like standing too close to him now. I'd rather do that than try to deal with the baseballs. She's kind of hard to time. Wait for the snake to lunge at you and then go for it. Got plenty of money at least. Oh, didn't want to go forward. The D-pad's a little weird sometimes because you'll press up, but it'll actually move you to the right or the left. Doesn't register exactly. Whatever, I'm fine with 15. Oh, this guy again. Okay. I like that way better than the baseball thing. Oh. Get away. I think there's some health that's gonna fall here. Oh, nope, never mind. There you go. It's okay if I only get one of them, as long as I get one of them. Gotcha. Oh, the snake got me. Alright, we got a vending machine here, but I'm gonna take down the enemy first. It's easier to do the vending machine when you have 2 players because you can have one person do the vending and the other person stand there and grab the food. But when you're doing 1 player, you have to do both. I'd still rather play 1 player because the second player, if they're not as good, you know, it might make it more difficult to advance through the levels. But at the same time, it's a lot fun. It's a lot more fun to play with someone else. I got a little bit of health back. Okay, so this is the section with the spiders, and they actually will jump and lunge at you. And I don't remember, I think you actually have to kill each one if you want to advance in the level. This section sucks, but it's not too bad. You just have to like pay attention to the spiders and the way they motion, because they'll give you little visual clues to tell you when they're about to lunge. And then also this section is a little confusing because there are sections you have to jump over, but you don't know where it's safe to stand unless you're paying attention to the alligators. Because you can actually fall into the water on certain points, but you won't fall into the water on other points. It's kind of a weird little mechanic, or not mechanic, but just kind of like inconsistency, I guess you could say. It sucks that you have to kill each of these guys, but I'm also jumping on the ones that are about to lunge, so I'm not timing it well. I thought I landed on them that time. It's not as generous as I thought. Oh, I thought I landed on him. I'm gonna play his butthead real quick. Got one of them. Oh, I landed on him. Oh, I still landed on him. Oh, jeez. It's really picky. Alright, I think I made it to the next section here. I think it'll let me start here at the beginning. There's like a payphone there to tease you on the left, but it's not going to let you go left, see? Alright, we need some money. Give me some money. Nope, no money. Okay. I can't go into the toy store. But there might be an arcade I can go into, assuming I don't die before I get there. Okay, I gotta play as Beavis because I don't have any other weapons here. I like knew that there was an enemy coming there, but I just... Oh look, I made it to the end. Okay. I don't remember what this is. Don't tell me it's another... Oh no! It's another one of these. At least, as long as I don't have someone following me, I'll be okay. I don't mind the bags falling as much as I do the buckets. I'm gonna die here for sure. I only have one hit, so I'm dead. There you go. It's actually a better thing to probably just die. I mean, you get a little bit of practice if you just try to tough it through, but if you know it's pretty much inevitable, it's better off just dying so you can just get a full bar of health. I get a lot more ammo here, so I think I should be pretty good. But I don't know if I'll get more. I might only have a finite amount, so we'll see. Okay, so this is a little bit of a section where you get chased, but he doesn't seem so bad. He looks like he'll back off. And I have plenty of ammo, so... I mean, at least I think I have plenty of ammo. But if I need to take hits like more at the end, I'll be okay as long as I can advance through most of the segment. I might be able to like jump behind this guy and then hit him, but I don't want to take the chance. It's not really worth it. He's not that hard to outrun. Not as hard as Todd. I think his name is Todd. I keep calling him Todd. I want to say his name is Todd. The like main bully that they think is cool. But I could be wrong. I could be saying the whole wrong name the whole time. And I am out of ammo, so I just gotta tough it through. Just try to dodge the enemies. I made it. That's fine. That's all that matters. Okay, I think I'm at... Okay, you know what? I am at the arcade. You can actually go in. So here, I think you can actually grab money sometimes. It definitely lets you search for something. So like you can play butt fighter. I think you have to pay a coin to do it, but I'll show you. So I'm playing as Beavis right now. But you can use like various attacks. It's just like a mini fighter. It's a nice little break, like, because this doesn't affect like whether or not you can continue to advance in the level. So it's just a nice little like fun mini game you can play with like if you have a like if you're doing co-op with a friend and one of you's playing Beavis, the other playing as Butthead, then it's just a nice little break where you can just wail on each other. So that's kind of cool. I really like that. Oh, and some of these games do have money. I forgot about that. I gotta remember to check that second game with Butthead because he might find a coin that Beavis didn't find. I've never been good at fighting games. It's not really my background. I think Butthead, like, I mean, Beavis has like a hammer, but he doesn't seem to be wanting to use the hammer to attack. He's just burping the whole time. That's fine. Butthead gets to like slap away all he wants. Alright, so I'm gonna switch to Butthead real quick, so I'm gonna check this. See, it's a good thing to check for with both characters. Okay, let's see. Streets. Fest. Spaceroid. I said fest, I meant fist. Fist of Fury. Okay, so Butthead found a little bit of money. Beavis did not find money. Nothing. Nothing. Butthead checked those. Nothing. Nothing. Beavis checked these. Wow. That's a lot of money. Butthead, check there, nothing. Okay. Another butt fighter. I'm not gonna play that. I'm not gonna play it again. Fish 2. I guess like if you didn't get enough of the fish from earlier. Oh, I entered the game on accident. My bad. What is this, butt fighter again? Yeah. I'm just gonna use the same attack over and over. I'm not a fan of fighting games. I've never been good at them. The only fighting game that I actually kind of like is Mortal Kombat Trilogy for N64. But only because, like... only because it has, like, such a great, like... arsenal of fatalities, and... it's fun to play it when you're doing auto combos. Because you just feel like you're kicking ass. I might play that just for fun one day. But, I'm not going to be good at it by any means. Not a fighting game guy. I think I checked these two machines as Beavis, but I can't remember if I checked them as Butthead. Okay, so now this is a chance for health. So we're definitely going to take that opportunity. Okay. I don't know if we'll get more. Yes, we got another one here. Cool. We're gonna need the health. I think we're gonna be fighting the boss soon. Okay, well, we got a little more health. This song sounds a little different. This might... Oh, no. Never mind. It's another one of these sections. And then we got actual, like, enemies to deal with. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge those. I can, like, go and back off. Here come the spiders. Missed. They're required to kill. You can't just go past them. You have to kill them all. There you go. Jeans. Denim. In case you need them, guys. Turbo Mall 2000, guys. That's all I gotta say. Turbo Mall 2000. Did you see that? I totally landed right on him. The game did not register. Come on, man. Give it to me. Missed it. Oh, come on. Be a little nicer to me, please. Oh, come on. I'm landing on him. Super picky. I got him somehow. The hit detection on these guys is really specific. I think it's probably the most specific hit detection for any enemy in the game. Like even Beavis is like landing right on him, but you know the second player's default's not gonna do anything. I landed right on him. You guys saw that. You have to hit like the lower back kind of area. I don't know the anatomy of spiders, but you gotta hit the big black part of them on the back. And even then, I kind of hit him there, but I think it was just slightly off. Dude, I got him that time. Dude, I hope the boss isn't in the same section, because I would lose my mind if I had to do this spider section every time between boss fights. I think I might have to. Let's see. Oh, just please get through the section, though. I don't want to lose all my progress so far. It's very picky. Now they're not timing together, so great. I landed on him that time. Oh, come on! I'm landing him. It's so unfair. Oh, look, I got him at the front that time. This time I got him right in the center. It's very unfair. Wow. You know, I was going to say this game, I might give it a point for challenging but fair. But no, I think I'm going to take away at least half that point. I might take away the whole point. I'm not sure. Because this spider section and then the part with Todd chasing you in the hospital, like, those sections are not fair. There you go. Jeez, that took forever. I really don't want to repeat this section. Please don't make me. The worst waste of time. But I'm also not playing super smart either. Losing my patience with these guys. Can I please just advance? Do I have to kill these guys? Wait, it's letting me advance. Okay, it's not letting me advance now. Oh man, I just accumulated like a bunch of spiders. You would think like statistically the chances of me hitting them is gonna be better, but now they're all like mistimed, so great. So it does make you kill every single one. Can't believe I didn't get hit there. I cannot believe that, guys. Oh man, that is so brutal. Okay, lesson learned. I have to kill every single one. Jeez, this is gonna suck. Like, this section alone sucks. In fact, I've spent so much time on this one section that I think that if I do get a game over on this level, I'm just gonna move on to the last level, because screw this. At least I have a full bar of health, but I was pretty full on health when I entered this section last time. Man, this is gonna take me a little while. Might have to do a little bit of fast forwarding. I'm like fast forwarding through little sections. I don't have to wait for the spider longer than I need to. Oh, that actually screwed me up. Okay, maybe don't fast forward. Dude, I'm on him. Like, I don't know exactly where the hit detection is. Like, I tried the front of the spider, I tried the middle of the spider, I tried the back of the spider. I'm not sure. It's just like a fluke. It's like the hit detection is like different for every spider. Dude, I don't understand what the game wants from me. I'm landing right on these spiders. It's easier when you have 2 players because you got 2 people working together to deal with this bullshit at the same time. Pardon my language, but like seriously, this section's bullshit. Bullshit's not that bad a word. There you go. Jeez. It's like you gotta do it like not at the front and not at the middle, but like in between the front and the middle of the spider. See, that was too much in the middle of the spider. I don't understand that one. That was too much in the front. That was too much in the middle. That was perfectly right on. Which is not perfect. There you go. It's like they both landed on him. One of them's bound to hit it, right? Not that the Beavis land really matters. I think this is where I gave up last time, and I was like, let's just go forward and see if it'll let me advance, and then I ended up with 4 spiders on the screen, so I think I'm just going to take my time and do 1 spider at a time here. It's probably for the best. Can't believe I didn't get hit there. Can't believe I didn't get there either. Hit there either. Oh, can't believe I hit that spider that time. Whoop. I landed right on him. Wasn't good enough though. Now we got 2 to deal with. I can handle 2. Oh, but 3 or 4, no thank you. There you go. Alright, finally, I got through that section. Okay, at least it wouldn't make you fight the boss right after that. That would just be brutal. Huge flaw in the game. Okay, I think this is the boss. And I got like 2.5 lives. Well, no, I got 3 lives. Well, yeah, no, I have 2.5 lives. I think I have a chance for health here. So that would be good. So if I missed it. So if I can't beat this guy, like at least I'll have an idea a little bit more about his pattern. So let's just hope for the best. Here we go. Big butt. Oh man, we got obstacles falling from the sky. Okay, so things are gonna fall every time he jumps and lands. This level is clearly the longest, most difficult level. Like, I mean, it's just the most tedious level because, like, if you play through, give up all your patience on this one level, and then you get a game over, and you have to do it all over again. And I don't think I want to do that again, so I got to do this in the next 2 lives. I should have just waited it out. I'm hitting him, but nothing's happening. Can I get 1 hit off of him, please? It's like flawed, the hit detection. Maybe I have to like really take my time with it. It's really hard to dodge him though when he's like lunging at you. Okay, this is my last life. I gotta do it here. I was kind of experimenting a little bit, but the hit detection is ridiculous, so I'm gonna be real smart and quiet here. This is my only chance to beat this level. Vending machine doesn't matter here. I'm at full health. It's not fair, man. It's just not fair. I'm hitting him. It's just not fair. Guys, really? I think I get a free pass on that one. That one's not fair. I'm hitting the guy and nothing's happening. Like, the hit detection is like, it's like the biggest freaking guy and you have to hit him in the very center and you also have to time it well. You know, meanwhile, every other boss, you can just like hit him like nothing. That's not a fair boss. You know what? The challenging but fair criteria on how I rate games, this game, that level alone just lost it for me. Alright, so anyway, I'm not done yet. I'll probably go back and try to beat that level at some point, but not anytime soon. Eventually, maybe, but I think for now, all there's left to do is the final level. So I'm just gonna use a cheat to jump ahead to that level. Also on Wimp mode. Unless, of course, the cheat defaults you to, like, a more difficult mode, then whatever, we'll deal with it, but... So, okay, let's see. So these passwords are really kind of weird. Okay, hold on. I got whoa. I think I have to use select. And then ha. And then yeah. And then huh. Whoa. See what I mentioned earlier about how, like, there's like 2 variations of whoa? There's that one and then that one. It's like, this is woo, but he pronounces it the same way. Alright, hold on. So I did whoa, ha, yeah, huh, whoa, and then woo, and then he, which is also heh, and then whoa. So I did the cheat, and that's the only option is the Gore concert. So I don't know if it's gonna give me a full set of lives and health. We'll see. No, it only gives you 3 lives, so it actually gives you fewer lives than if you would just like play the game on your own. But to be fair, you'd probably end up on this level with that many lives, even if you are pretty good at the game. So I'll see if I could try to beat it. Oh wow, it doesn't give you any health when you use that final cheat. So it's actually gonna just leave you off with 2 lives. So I might not even be able to do this with just 2 lives, because I gotta get to the boss. I gotta get to the last screen with 1 life. And then I actually have to beat the last screen with the last life. I don't remember if there's actually a boss in this level. I think that guy's just like the main enemy. But you don't have to fight him at the end. I think you just have to like get on stage with the Gore concert members. And this guy also, like, you have to hit him dead center. Bud Fighters and Spaceroid. I'm gonna check the machine to see if there's like a quarter in here for health. The skateboarders, man. I forgot that I have the gun. Oh no, never mind. I had the glove punching glove stick thing when I fought that last whip chick. Alright, I think we're actually... No, this is not it. I thought I was like, oh look, we're like backstage. Or no, not backstage. We're in like in the stands. It's a pretty cool level though, like just to get to. I'm gonna actually try the gun out for a little while. I'd rather have the distance weapon than the close range weapon. Even if I end up, you know, using all the ammo. Okay, I gotta switch to butthead. I don't have another option. Okay, cool. So I might have made it to the last screen. Yes, this is actually the last screen in the game, and I have one life to do it. So let's see if I can get to the end here. Okay, so this guy's gonna come out from behind us. This is I want to say this is an actual gore song too, so that's pretty cool. And then there's the actual Gore members. I'm just gonna keep hitting this guy. If it makes it easier for me to not have to deal with him. There's like not enough time to like dodge him. Like he literally just... Oh dude, this guy's wailing on me. It's game over. Well, that's the last level. I guess. So I guess there is an end to the game. Hold on, let me move myself so I'm not blocking the dialogue here. Okay, so I guess there's like a good ending and then there's like a best ending. Cause like if you get to the very end of that level, then then they actually like stand up on stage and they start rocking with the Gore members. So anyway, whatever. You know, I'm fine if I don't complete every little thing. I mean, I got to the final boss for the Turbo Mall, and then I at least got to show you the final screen. You got to see a little bit of like what the stage looks like with the band members, but yeah, I mean, I'm not the best person to watch as far as like if you want to see a full playthrough of this game. It's a very tough, challenging game, but I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I might stream a little longer. I'm not sure. If I do, I'll play something like Fall Guys or Among Us. But in case I don't, I'll just say my goodbye for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to cut the audio and everything out. And yeah, just stay tuned. If not, you know, y'all have a good rest of your week. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.